Here we go. So this is the email show letter. He says it today's email show, I guess. Show email. Back to dyslexia. This is what he has to say. And somebody went to Joe crying about how I have my screen when I'm playing, blah, 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 blah. Go to hell. I run my stuff, you don't. And you can try to bully Joe to tell me like people bully Justin Sanders to tell Joe, but I ain't going to listen. Sorry. He says, hello, Chazers. Welcome to the Broke Joe's Trophy Cup Review. That's what this is, ladies and gentlemen. Broke Joe's Trophy Cup Review. I've seen more kids under 20. He's got a quotation here. This is a quote. I've seen more kids under 20 turning left or right on cars this year than ever in my life. It's ridiculous, and it's going to get someone killed. These aren't go-karts. Dominic Scelzi. Okay, so that's the quote. Let's see what he's got here. How to Make a Clean Pass by Dominic. This is the introduction. Freaking ads. I guess they got their ad in. So that's Dominic Scelzi. And then I guess a Dustin Freyas or whatever. Dominic's in the white car. This Freyas is on the bottom. Oh! Whoa! Hold on. Let's look at this. What did this idiot... How old is this? Is this a kid? Oh my God. So, when I see this right here, wow, turned right. Right as Dominic just got through saying this. This is what, I don't know if this is a kid or what. But I'll tell you what, if I was Dominic when that happened, all these kids are watching me. They're ready to jump on top of me for doing what I called them out on. I'm about to show them what an old driver does, you know. And if they're watching and they see me get drove like that, now I get to send a message to all these kids who think that they're going to come after me because of my Facebook post. All these people, I'm going to send a message. What I would do is send a message. Let's see what he does. Oh, he didn't put him in the wall. He gave him, oh, wow, nice tough racing there. Let's see what happens. He's probably still pissed off, though. Let's see if he sends an example. Oh! Wow. So, what this looks like to me is Dominic Scelzi just sent a message to all you people out there who want to get back at him for his Facebook post. If you come out there and say, well, I'm gonna show him. I'm gonna teach him his lesson. Eat your words, in a sense, because that seemed to be like what that was. Although he did get a pretty good hook up there. It's hard. It's not like these cars have mirrors. He don't know that he was that close. Although he should have gave a line, like most should. But he did come down here and race him pretty clean. But he did almost put him in the wall. But he could have turned him and put him in the wall straight up. But I think what Dominic's saying here is if you're going to come and still do these kids, here's what's coming. Tell daddy to break the checkbook out and pay for it. That's what he's sending. That's the message I'm sending. I'm seeing. I mean, maybe that's not the message. Maybe Dominic's just, that's how he drives. We did see the video with the Golubic situation, but that was years ago. I don't really see Dominic being super dirty on a consistent basis. I mean, everybody races hard, but this was definitely put into a car. So I guess Joe wants me to see how Dominic sends a message to the kiddies. And then he's got down here Ashton learning from Dom. Now this is Ashton Torgerson. Very interesting last name here. But this is Ashton Torgerson in the O2 car. And he's saying Ashton learning from Donnie, or Dommy, or whatever he said. But so far, I see that Dominic was sending a message to all the kids that if you try to come and make me pay for my Facebook post about driving over the top of people and you try to put me in the wall, this is what I'm going to do to you. So I don't know what he means by this is Ashton learning from Dom. But let's see what, hopefully the Zero or somebody tries to run over Ashton here, maybe. Whoa. Whoa, and that's Tim Kading in the Zero car, by the way. But I didn't see TK do anything to him. But he does just, it kind of proves Dom to be right, I guess, because he does just go in here and drive over into somebody. So I don't get this. I don't see, there isn't nothing, no, there's nothing prior to where TK ran Torgerson over. Like that guy did Dom, and there's no backstory here, I don't think. Maybe, but I mean, Torgerson just goes in there and does what Dom says. And he has to pay his own bills again that he caused. I mean, look at that rear end, man. That's all the way over. That's not cheap. Dave Crusader or Crusader? I don't know what this last name is, guys. How you say it? Founder of Trophy Cup telling Corey Day he always won the main event after DQ in the 16A, saying the rules are the rules. Okay, and this is about jumping a start, I believe. Y'all.
You're the winner. I don't think you win so much. That's okay. The rules are the rules. So did the pig skin do it? So, yeah, I think right or wrong.
I guess he said rules are rules. There's some stuff in here that I'm reading that Joe sent. That says, but is it? At the drivers' meeting Thursday, the drivers were told anyone jumping I guess rules are rules. And for the record, what happened was Logan Seavey, who once again, most underrated sprint car driver, winged in the world. I believe he is on a Kyle Larson level without Kyle Larson opportunities. Lots of guys out there. But the 16A, driven by Logan Seavey, won the race, but then they got DQ'd for weight on the scales. And I guess what he's trying to say here, rules are rules, is what was being pointed out. And he's saying, but rules are rules, but is it? At the drivers' meeting Thursday, the drivers were told anyone jumping to start bringing out a yellow will be sent back a row. No exceptions. 69 car jumps, brings out yellow, not sent back a row. Oh, this would be bad. So before we watch this, rules are rules. He says every time somebody jumps a start, they're getting sent back a row. No exceptions. I think Joe's trying to say that the 69 Bug Kading jumped this start and didn't get rules as rules treatment.
Oh, nice even pace into turn 3. A little bit out of shape, out of 4, and I don't think that one's going to stand.
Now see,
green comes out, and that quickly, I believe the yellow's going to come back out.
And they didn't put him back a row. Okay, confirming. But once again, I'm just not seeing this like Joe sees it. I mean, obviously, this is the guy, this gold car. He's the one who got the right rear from Selzy. So this guy's, I don't know who this guy is. I'm not hating you. I mean, I know you're trying to race. You were obviously fast enough to race with Dominic Selzy, so he must be a decent driver. But it seems like maybe a few mistakes being made here. One, intimidating Dominic, and two, or trying to intimidate Dominic. That didn't work out. Two, what is going on here? What is this guy doing? It's like he started to hit the brakes. I don't really see Bud Kading's car pick up much speed here. It doesn't really look like it's picking up speed. I mean, to confirm what I'm saying, that he wasn't picking up much speed, I mean, you got Golubic back here running him over. Pay attention to the 17 car here. I mean, Bud he's off the gas. Look at him. He's getting run over by Golubic, trying to let this guy catch up or whatever the hell this guy's doing. This guy doesn't know. I don't know what's going on with this guy. Look, he's slowing down. Look, he just slowed down. Now, can we all visually? I did not visually see that 69 pick up speed early. Not a significant amount like jumping on the throttle at all. Not even really rolling extremely faster. But we do see the 17 of Shane Golubic slamming into the rear end and multiple times because he's off the gas trying to let this guy catch up. But I do see something. I do see this guy's car slowed down significantly. Watch this car. Look at it slow down. Right there. Start slowing down right there. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. It's like it died. It's like he went to get on the gas or something to pick up with Bud normally, and it just dies. Look at it fall. Look at that. And then gets on the gas there. I don't know what this guy, maybe he's an issue, but if I'm making this call and you can't make it, honestly, there should be a rule, though, for this. If you're this guy on the inside, you get penalized for unlogical starts or something, or not starting, not jumping. What would that be? What would be going backwards? Shifting like a lizard person? I don't know. But that guy should be penalized a row because he caused all of this to happen. And I would certainly not put Bud Kading back a row for this guy being an idiot on the racetrack. Now I'm starting to see why some of these West Coast people are getting mad at Joe, saying he's biased and he's targeting certain drivers to get mad at. Obviously, we got Kading and Golubic involved. We know the back and Cole Macedo in the background, the third row. Oh my God, the trifecta of some of the three most people Joe's kind of talked not greatly of. I guess Bud Kading's kind of been left out of most, except when you equate Joey Bats. But I mean, this is the trifecta mafia row over here that Joe loves to go after, it seems like. And they didn't do shit wrong. And he's trying to say they are and that he should be put back a row, no exceptions. What? Take the bias eyes off, sir. Oh my God, I hate to give the cartel credit, especially when it comes to Cartel versus Broke Joe. But for him to say that is not looking at this with fairness. This guy's off the damn throttle. The car's almost coming to a stop. Bud Kading's getting run over because he's trying to slow up to help this guy out. And what in the hell? This is 100% not Bud Kading's fault, and he wants him to lose a row. Wow. And I don't know how you can look at this and see Bud Kading in the wrong. At all, period. Maybe Shane Golubic should have been bumped back a row because he's over there trying to push him to jump the damn start, but Bud Kading is innocent. This guy on the inside so far has caused all the kind of shit we could talk about. Is Joe, I bet you Broke Joe gave that guy some money or something. So this seems almost like a setup. Did Joey Bats go over to this guy? Because you know Joey Bats is working for Broke Joe. Did Joey Bats go over there and see this lineup and said, oh, the cartel's lined up on the outside. Let's get them, Joe. Joe called him and said, what's the lineup? And they find out it's the cartel guys on the outside, the Kading, the Golubic, and the Macedo Tarleton group. We got a chance to take them all out right here. And I'm thinking, if this is how Joe saw this, I'm thinking Joey Bats might have came up here and slipped this guy some money to try to get Bud Kading to fall to a jump start. Give him an example. Or went up to him, Joey's talking to him, hey, wait, RAYVON, that's what it looks like. But really it's like, hey, you're on the pole, they're on the outside. Bud, we don't like him. Go out there. When they start to just normally, go up for the start of the race, you just lift out the throttle and let's make sure that he jumps the start here and he gets put back a row. Just we don't like him. Something like that. See, I'm always looking at things from both sides here. Because I don't know what this guy did. Either that or he has some explainings to do. That car's off the throttle. It's backing up. I wouldn't be surprised if he ain't dragging the brake right here. It's falling back as he's getting run over. Golubic's getting run over. Or running over. Kading's getting run over. What are you trying to tell me? This is the Jamaican bobsled team back here and they're getting ready to go down to shoot and that's what this is all about? What the hell? Cool runners? I can't believe this. I don't even know if I want to go down this email. He wants that 69 to come back. I mean, 69 car jumps, brings out yellow, not sent back a row. And he's trying to say that the rules are rules in conveyance with this up here. Huh. Did Garcia jump? Gage Garcia, obviously a Tarleton relative. Once again. Okay. almost a very similar situation to the last video. I mean, Garcia definitely, you see the nose drop, even though it's a choppy video. You can see the nose drop right there, so he definitely got out of the gas. They can, obviously, Gage Garcia, a very young person. Just basically really a kid. So he may have jumped on there a little antsy. It's Trophy Cup, you know, but he did get out of it. He did get out of it. He's trying to get, I mean, that's almost an even start. I don't know. That's Kading to the inside, potentially playing some tricks, trying to get an advantage somehow. I mean, I still see Kading holding up that inside line. You see, look at the driver behind Kading. If you want to know how much Kading broke pace, once again, the inside car breaking pace way more than the outside car, causing this situation to happen. So maybe this was just like the theme of the night. Maybe it wasn't Joey Bats giving the guy money. So maybe this was happening all the time, because you can definitely see the inside car lose speed and not keep pace to his original pace, because pay attention to the red and white car to the right of you, and you'll see him slam into the damn back of Kading's car, because Kading, once again, just drops pace. So who's responsible for that? Is the outside car in all this responsible for the inside car trying to get the guy to jump? Maybe he don't like the guy on the outside. He wants to put him back a row. Maybe he don't think he can outrun the guy on the outside, so he wants him back a row. So he's going to try to force a situation where it looks like the outside car jumped, because he knows it's a no exception rule, and he wants that guy to be put back a row because he doesn't have the confidence to outrun him. Where's the punishment for that guy? Because I saw that in the last video, and I think I'm seeing it right here, even though I think Tim Kading should, I mean, just whoop his ass, Tim. You're a bad motherfucker behind the wheel of a race car. I don't think Gage Garcia is on your level. Just kick his ass. There ain't no need to change your trajectory enough that the guy behind you almost breaks his damn wing off the car. Look at that. And once again, even though it does look like Gage Garcia gets this big, exaggerant lead from him at this point, that's ominously when Tim Kading gets off the throttle and just falls backwards. Look. So that proves to me that the zero car got out of the gas or hit the brakes. That's what that proves to me. And that's why it visually looks like Garcia gets that advantage over Kading. Because Kading gets out of the gas, hits the brakes, plays this game that it seems like was happening here, due to this no exception jumping start situation. So far, I see if he's wanting Garcia to be doctoro, I already gave you my explanation on why I think that's not the case. Maybe Kading should have been put back a row. Oh, no, he jumps off the edge here. He leads off by saying both calls benefited the California Elite. Joe. He says, now the main event. The 16A was DQ'd for being 10 pounds light at the scales. This is pretty much a gallon and a half of fuel. This was the result of a badly run race by the track and race director. Here's the breakdown of laps turned by the 16A the second half of the race. 6 yellow flags, 2.5 green flags, followed by a red where they did not count the lap where at least 6 cars past started the finish line, adding lap to the race. 7 laps of yellow, 3.5 laps of green flags, followed by red where once again they did not count a lap, many cars past the start finish line, adding a lap to the race. 4 yellow flag laps, 6 green flag laps, 6 yellows, 3 greens, 6 yellows, 14 green laps, race ends. 2 yellow laps after the checkered. Total laps, 31 under yellow, 29 under green, 60 laps in total. He says also should point out Justin Sanders ran out of fuel with 3 laps to go, losing a top 5 finish in the race, and overall points cost the team over $3,000. Logan Seavey earned and deserved to be declared the winner of that race. It was not their fault that a race was run where they had to run more yellow laps than green. Declaring Day the winner of the main does not affect his pay as the overall champion. Was going to get the $29K regardless. But taking it away from the 16 car and CV does affect their pay. I encourage all drivers and owners in attendance to help overturn this injustice by sending an email to Dave at his Dave at trophycity.com saying simply no 2024. It will take you less than 5 minutes, and if enough racers do it, I guarantee some action will occur. I guess he's trying to say due to long laps that got a car DQ'd, they should say no. They should boycott the race. Maybe he's trying to say due to all these things where rules are rules, and he's saying both of these were infractions and rules weren't rules. So how you going to have a race last so long, 60 laps, and DQ a guy for 10 pounds after your inefficiency to run a race, and he's 10 pounds light because he did 60 laps total? If rules are rules, why wouldn't you have punished those guys for jumping the start? I already gave my opinion. I think it's unfortunate here. He's saying that they should boycott it, though. It will take you less than 5 minutes. I said in my goodbye letter, when you reach this level of success of a Justin Sanders, which is winning races, this will happen to you. And less than a week later, here we are. In closing, let's flash back to 2013. I was not there, but was told the next day and reminded yesterday on the phone of what happened after the race. Larson and Sweet were racing off the last corner and collided in turn 4 on the last lap, with Sweet coming to a stop and Larson limping to the finish with no yellow thrown. If it had, Larson would have not been able to continue, therefore losing the trophy cup. Instead, they let cars at speed race around the wreckage. This is very true. After the race, I was told Larson was light. I wasn't there, so I don't know for sure. Obviously, after he would flip, he would technically be light because parts flew off the car and weight and stuff damaged. You can see in the Victory Lane picture, his battered car is missing parts, part of bodywork, shock, Nerf bar, and part of the tire carcass. I was told they were picking up missing parts of the car and putting them on the scale to make weight. The final decision was due to the circumstances. It was okay for him to be light. That's what he was told. And after all, rules are rules. Only video I could find of the event is at the 418 mark and play it to the end of the Victory Lane. And what Joe says here about the wreckage and not throwing a caution and all that is very true. But then there's always, if the leader crosses the checkered flag, the race ends when the leader crosses the checkers. They've never restarted it. That's never happened in all of racing history. If the leader takes the checkered, the race is over. It's not like a caution. So it should have been a checkered caution at the same time. Because, yes, it should have been a caution for the wreck. But since the leader did maintain speed and did pass, I mean, I guess you could. I guess I'm wrong there in a way. Maintain speed's not really the case, I guess. Because honestly, they probably should have thrown a caution a little earlier. Let's see how much speed he actually loses. I mean, he's still staying in it and going straight. Tires down, but it's not like he's flipping or anything. Although, keep this picture in mind when I say that. I mean, there are a lot of cars coming by Brad Sweet's car that is flipped upside down in the corner. So you could have called the caution prior to the line, because obviously Brad Sweet's car is right there and you got these cars coming. That is not safe. What if they were side by side and a guy came wide ass open and slammed into Brad Sweet? That would have killed him. Look, imagine if there was an actual race car up there on the cushion running it, wide ass open, and just his nose would go right into the side area of where Brad Sweet's sitting. So at this point of the video, prior to Larson crossing, yes, there should have been a caution on this event. But just like David Gravel hitting a cone, if I'm running this race, I'm being honest now, I don't know. I don't think I would. I don't think I would throw a caution if I was race directing and I cared about the show, the dramatical end. I would not ruin a great race finish like that. uh, because they tangled off a 4. I think I would be throwing a caution, a checkered, and then a caution. I think it is unfair. It is unfair, I think. If you're going rules is rules, because that guy was about to hit him. I mean, honestly, you probably should throw a caution if you care about life. I mean, look at this car coming. Look at this car coming. He's actually there. See the car coming for Brad Sweet over here? I don't know if you can see it, but if that guy's full bore, what's more important in this frame? Seeing Kyle win the race, or even Kyle got out and said, "Did I win it?" So I would. I mean, I'm going to retract what I just said. Seeing what I'm seeing right there, I would probably throw the caution. But I get why they didn't. I get why they threw the checkered. It is Kyle Larson. I mean, this is how they operate. That you could be mad about that, but I don't know. It was a great race. 2 cars were just that much better than the rest of the field. And to take it away because they were racing for the lead on the final corner, that would be unjust for the competition element, in a way. In a way. You want the best guys to win, and I think Brad Sweet or Kyle was one of the best right there. This is how we ride. This is how we do.